So I realized after my last video that I actually really don't like doing the video intros. So I'm going to continue on that trend. It's just like I don't know. I don't really like watching myself on camera, and I don't know. I don't really think it adds much to the video. So yeah, for those reasons, I'm out. Um, so yeah, no, we're starting at the Guelph Grotto here, which is a climbing gym in Guelph, obviously. And I've posted some, or I've uploaded some videos of some climbs that I've done at the grotto before, but I don't think I mentioned that this is actually where I started climbing, basically. Obviously, like I'd climbed a little bit when I was like a lot younger, but when I really started taking it seriously was in grade 9. I was living with my aunt and uncle just outside of the city, um, and was living with like a couple of my cousins too. Obviously, my aunt and uncle's kids. And so my cousin and I, who are the same age, we basically every day after school we'd come to the grotto and yeah, have like an hour and a half session before his dad, my uncle, took us home. Um, and yeah, it went through a really big change, I believe, like around when the pandemic was starting, if I'm not mistaken. So it looks a lot different now than it did back then. It's much more modern, but yeah, every time I go down there to see family, um, I always make a point of visiting and getting a couple sends in. Um, but yeah. So I thought those two were kind of the standouts of my session there. So I just wanted to include those two. Um, this is a really flowy problem. I think this is like kind of just a textbook V6. You can see I try and go for kind of a pogo at the top, and then I realized that was a little bit too much of a commitment. Sorry for the notification there. It was going to feel like too much of a commitment, and I figured the heel hook was going to be more controlled. So yeah, I thought I climbed that one really well. Um, yeah, and I gave it 5 out of 5 stars. You can see I'm doing the ratings again. I don't know if that's something I'll keep up with, but just figured in this video. It's a shorter video, so I figured I'd do it. Um, yeah, this is on a really overhung portion at Altitude Gym in Orleans. Everything on here seems like it's pretty stiff in terms of grade, and it required this pretty cool drop knee to a cut loose move. Um, you can see a couple attempts there. I'm just trying to piece it together. And then eventually, actually on this attempt, you'll see my left foot actually sticks. So it's not a full cut loose, but yeah, I thought the drop knee to get to that hold above the lip there was pretty neat. And this move through the middle section too was really weird. It was like this kind of Gaston you throw out left into kind of a sloping crimp, and then you eventually have to match it with your right hand, all the while kind of battling these not great feet that are at a bad angle, and then a pinch towards the top. And I guess I was wrong, actually. My left foot didn't stick there. But yeah, I thought that was pretty dope. This one is when we start getting into the more recent climbs. This video is probably from like 2 weeks ago, maybe even a week and a half. But it was a really cool set at Altitude Gatineau. That move had to be slightly coordinated, where the foot plant had to kind of be at the same time as the hand catch. I didn't even talk about the starting dyno, but that was pretty fun as well. And then a really big move. It might not seem it on video, but yeah, that the end there took me like probably 5 attempts after getting there to be able to work up the courage to actually throw to that last hold. It's a good hold, obviously, but yeah, quite a ways away from where you're coming from. This was from a competition at Altitude Orleans. I didn't know about the competition, so unfortunately didn't get to participate. But yeah, I think they had up to 35 boulders, which is pretty standard, I think, for altitude competitions. And I just thought that lâché was really cool. Honestly, not really much going on in that climb other than that move, which is why I gave it kind of a lower grade, because it really was just a one move problem. The start was a little tricky, but yeah, it wasn't like, I mean, the move itself felt really cool to do, but nothing really, nothing to write home about other than that. This one, on the other hand, I thought was really cool. Obviously, the starting kind of flagpole scorpion move felt really sick, and then a really cool like controlled match on that second last hold, and then you go out to the like the double stacked volumes into like a Gaston, which I thought was pretty neat. So yeah, you'll see a couple more videos from, or maybe just one from that comp set later in this video. A cool paddle to start that you just saw. And then, yeah, just I thought in this one it was just really some like very intentional movement, working through that middle section, kind of compressing with those two rails on the right. Yeah. This was from one of the most recent sets at Gatineau. I don't really know if my beta for the middle here was the most efficient way of doing it, but I felt just like dropping my legs and coming into that volume felt okay. And then the top was really where this one kind of, I think, earned its grade, because you can see my body really wanted to come out of the wall there. And that move, I would say, was my crux at least, was that big throw to the second last volume. Which required a really intense right foot flag, and yeah, I thought that one was pretty cool. I think those volumes, they seem to be less textured than a lot of the other volumes in the gym. So yeah, you really got to fight to create that friction, and yeah, I just like that one a lot. I don't really care for this one. I just threw it in here because it was on my phone, but. Yeah, the kind of second move, which was like this big shoulder out to the right, was like fun, I guess. But other than that, I didn't really enjoy that climb at all. This one, on the other hand, is my first blue tape, I think, since coming back from my finger injury, which, did I talk about that in the last video? I don't even know. I don't remember. But yeah, I'm standing on this pretty bad foot with my left. I mean, the right wasn't great as well. You could see I kind of slipped there. But yeah, I thought that throw to the third hold there was pretty fun. And then working through this kind of this weird Gaston shouldery middle section. And then a big lock off on the top with the left hand. The foot's pretty good, but you just got to make sure the top hold is not that deep. So I had to make sure that was pretty secure. And then digging into the right toe as well. Yeah, like I said, that was my first blue tape in quite a while. So yeah, I was really excited to get that one. There's another blue tape that I'm projecting. Haven't sent this one yet, but I think I'm pretty close. Again, given my relative weakness in my fingers right now, post-injury, I'm trying to limit how much crimping I do, especially how much full crimping, and this one basically requires you to use full crimps. And you can see I don't know if you could hear it at the end of that clip, but I was basically just saying that I didn't need to do that one anymore. So I'll definitely give it some more tries, but realistically, I can basically only try that 3-4 times a session before my fingers just start screaming at me. So yeah. Obviously, I don't post many green tapes, but this one I thought really earned its stripes. That middle dynamic kind of run across I thought was super cool. Probably one of the harder green tapes that I've done in recent memory, or that I've seen, I guess I should say, because I can do most green tapes, if not all, at any given time in the gym. But yeah, I just thought that move was really, really cool. You don't often see moves that require that level of commitment that high up the wall, I don't find. So yeah. Another blue tape here. This one I'm definitely more psyched on than the last one. that I sent in this video. It requires this really kind of big step up to a right side pull crimp, and then you really battle your way through these bad holds at the top. I'm pretty sure there are like 4 or 5 Gastons in this whole climb. And then, yeah, the final throw to that last hold took me like, I don't even know, like 15 tries. And every time my hand would just slip off. And so finally on that last attempt, I was able to get that left foot to stick. And I really hit it kind of in the sweet spot, or at least as good as I could reach, because the further left you got, the better the hold became. And so on that attempt, I definitely got further left than on any of the previous attempts that you saw. But yeah, that one I'm actually really excited to get. That's one of my favorite climbs I think that I've done in a long time. Just kind of a routine slab here. I have a pretty, I thought, interesting way of doing it. Everyone, like a lot, I was working on this with like 2 or 3 other guys, and they were all doing it slightly differently. And so I was pretty stoked to be able to find a beta that worked for me. That one wasn't a part of the comp. This one is. This is number 27, I believe, from the Orleans comp. And yeah, cool, kind of stretched out first move. You throw up a right toe hook, coming in match with that toe hook still in. Then you throw it to this like cut loose Gaston move, get up a right toe hook, and then yeah, kind of just battle through the top. And then this was actually from last night. I went to climb it again in Ottawa, and yeah, nice to have a fresh look. I was climbing with my buddy Alex, so Alex, if you're watching this, nice to climb with you again. He's now a member there. He switched his membership basically when Climb It opened. Yeah, so nice to see some familiar faces. And I think this was probably, yeah, one of the cooler ones that I sent last night. You'll actually notice, I don't know when it happens, but I try and, right here, I try and crimp the bolt hole on that undercling that I'm pressing into with my left hand. And then I was like, you know what? This feels a little bit, it felt like kind of a cheater beta, so I abandoned that pretty quickly. But I was still able to sort it out. And a bit of a slip there. I'm actually pretty impressed I didn't drop it after slipping on that the undercling. But yeah, I thought that was really neat. I really didn't expect to get that one. This was at the end of like a 4-hour session, so not didn't have the most gas, but I guess it didn't really require much energy. It was more just like footwork intensive, and yeah, being able to step on that bad volume before going out to the penultimate hold. But yeah, I don't know. That's basically all I've got, and that's actually nice for me because it kind of catches me up to everything that I had on my phone, and all the clips that I had. So I'm gonna be freeing up a lot of storage on my phone, so that feels good. But yeah, that's all I got for this video. Thanks again to anyone that tuned in, and yeah, it'll probably be quite a while before my next one because, like I said, that I have nothing else to share. So I don't know, maybe in a month or so, I'll see you guys then. But yeah, take care.